I don't know why Madagascar. My mom pointed out that it's exactly on the opposite side of the world from California and her, but that's not it. It's fairer to say that it's somewhere near the heart of what I don't know about. And maybe the best way for me to learn the most, as fast as possible, is to go there. And something else has lately come to my attention, my jawline, which once was cut, but now slopes to my neck. I would be a fool to think that if I'm degenerating visibly, I'm not degenerating invisibly, going fat in ways that I don't know. And so I quit my job, had my car junked, gave up my rented room, broke up with the best girlfriend I've ever had, and I'm going to Madagascar. Not directly, it's quite expensive to fly directly. I'll go to Johannesburg first and sort of wander over. The nice thing about not really knowing why I'm going is that it's not urgent to get there right away.
It's pretty cramped. Almost there. I didn't sign up for a middle seat, actually. I don't know how I got the middle seat. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
Since we're all kind of small.
How tall are you? 6'2".
Bonjour, je m'appelle Matt. Je suis très intéressée de faire la connaissance de votre pays, de Madagascar. Je cherche un logis modeste.
I'd help me.
And it's a little bit not completely good French, so that they feel you're a foreigner.
What are you saying?
I'm skipping some little interjections.
I don't want you to skip any interjections.
It's good as well.
Are you saying that you're speaking colloquially? Or are you saying
No,
that
very simple.
But you're not speaking as if I'm an imbecile, are you?
No, not at all. But very simple.
Alright.
About the culture.
I'm glad I got my letter of introduction translated into Xhosa, but am nevertheless feeling increasingly anxious as we near South Africa. Cousin Baruta said some things that got me a little worried.
Did you have something against malaria?
I do have something against malaria.
Against?
I hate it. I have a chip on my shoulder against malaria. And I wonder now if in my preparations I've been a little blithe. Also, the in-flight movies haven't helped. I'm sure it was a coincidence, but both were set in Africa, and in both, the white male protagonist died. If one were a fool and took one's knowledge of the continent almost totally from Western media, one might be somewhat on edge as his plane landed. I asked the cab driver to stop at an ATM so I could get some rand, whereupon I found that my card didn't work. The bank apparently had noted the Coke I bought in Paris and the soft pretzel in Berlin and recognized immediately that this was a crime spree in progress. Fortunately, the hostel is allowing me to run a tab, but until I get my card fixed, I can't really do anything or go to Madagascar.
Welcome to Telkom's World Call Service. For English, press 1. Vir Afrikaans, druk 2. Uma ukhetha isiZulu, cindezela u3. Xa ukhetha isiXhosa, cofa u4. Please enter your prepaid card number. The balance on your card is R0.62. Please enter the area code followed by the number you wish to call and press hash. Sorry, you have insufficient funds to make this call. Please hold while the call is transferred to an operator.
It occurs to me that I neglected to cancel my phone service back home. That's money well spent. Amy, it's not that I'm dissatisfied with my life as much as I have extraordinary expectations for it. It's as if I were at a Chinese buffet and said, I'm going to sample a number of dishes only because I'm dissatisfied with the sweet and sour chicken. No, I'll sample several dishes because it's a buffet. Because it's a buffet. And I'd be a fool to do otherwise, wouldn't I, Matt? Matt, the Chinese buffet analogy doesn't work because at a real buffet, you'd continue to eat sweet and sour chicken. I'm all for you trying other food. I just don't like that you're no longer eating sweet and sour chicken. Also, at a buffet, the chicken doesn't have feelings, Amy.
Left your girlfriend.
Yeah.
And basically this is your decision, right?
Yeah.
And your girlfriend is disappointed by this.
Yeah. She's disappointed but happy for me. She's quite good in that way. She sees that this is a good opportunity for me, that it's a good thing for me. She genuinely kind of is excited for me to be doing this amazing trip. Obviously she would have preferred me to stay and be with her, but it wasn't that the relationship wasn't working. It was, to put it coldly, I guess, an unfortunate complication that I was in a relationship, and the relationship wasn't strong enough for me to be able to say, you know, I really want to be back with you when I get back in a year. We have to kind of, if I had said that, she probably would have agreed to that, but I didn't think that was fair on her.
Yeah.
Because I could have said that, come back and gone, well actually...
Yeah, but you know, I've said that as well, that, well, you know, this isn't fair to you. But I mean, when you say that, don't you really mean this isn't fair to me?
Who's a drink?
Hey.
Honestly, no.
No? You're kidding. Come on. gotta get out of here. I've gotta get out of here. I've always been curious about Lesotho, which is the only country contained entirely within another country. So, if I have money enough to get there, maybe I can wait for my bank to turn my card back on there.
So, I'm looking for a place.
I'm looking for a place to stay, for which I will gladly pay.
Okay, may I say hello? My name is Mate. I have an interest in Lesotho, so I'm looking for a place where I can stay, pay.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
When I was going to come, I kept hearing that Johannesburg is the murder capital of the world.
No, I think they exaggerate.
But look, there's so much razor wire
and that's when we went from apartheid system to a democracy.
Yeah.
Our crime rate just went boom.
Really?
Even now in Johannesburg, there's roadblocks almost every day.
Yeah, I saw a roadblock.
Am I on camera? What's the occasion? Because we changed the constitution, we removed capital punishment, you know, things like that. So it actually invited crime. So.
But those were all good things.
Those are all good things, but I think our government, the ANC, now, they were too quick to change things. They should have done it gradually and slowly. Huh. So boom, all of a sudden we've got freedom, you know. It was too much too soon.
Well, you had freedom, but no one had any work. No one had resources. There was still this big economic disparity.
Yeah.
You know, freedom without resources to live is no good to anybody. No?
I'm always trying to tell people that when we were under apartheid, you know, our crime rate was low, unemployment rate was low. A lot of black people are saying that, okay, now we're in a democracy, but we don't have what we used to have. That's a statue of the man that discovered gold in Johannesburg, George Harris. He died a very poor man.
He did?
Because he sold his mining rights for £12 and a bottle of whiskey.
The cheapest way to travel in Africa is by minibus. They don't leave at specific times, but wait until enough passengers wanting to go to the same place have gathered, so they're almost always packed. Dear Matt, your body weight, including footwear, was 74 kilograms. To be multiplied by 2.2046 so that it is expressed in pounds, 163 pounds. Your rucksack weighted 15 kilograms, i.e. 33 pounds, not including your ukulele. Johannesburg is the place of the world with the highest criminality. I just found in my newspaper. Please take care. Au revoir, cordialement. Cousin Bruda. There were no streetlights when I went for food, and I found myself surrounded by figures in shadow. I don't think it would have unsettled me so much if I hadn't been pre-frightened by movies. Anthropological note. I think every culture has a largely tasteless side dish whose main function is to fill the stomach. In Lesotho, it's called pap.
Dumela. Ntate. Shabua. Ntsetsa.
yourself, man.
No, I'm not.
Not yet.
That's all.
Yes.
Choose the right one.
That's good advice.
Yeah, choose the right one.
Did you choose
You're not
correctly?
interested.
I think so.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Mm.
You?
What is it?
Did you choose correctly?
Yeah. What is?
Well, I need more time to decide.
Is that so?
I need to see a lot more of the world before I make my decision.
Is that so?
Yes. So now I've
How old are you now?
36, 35.
32.
Get the right. Otherwise, you're going to be frustrated for the rest of your life.
But you should have some experience before you settle down. Do you agree?
What experience?
Girlfriends.
Yes.
You know, we
Yes.
have.
The experience you get it as you go along.
No. Once you have a wife, your experience is over.
No,
What experience are you talking about?
you've got to have girlfriends.
You know, it's amazing because what experience you are gaining, you're just a bachelor. And it's an experience of a bachelor, not having a married life. You understand?
Yes.
It takes two to tango.
Yeah, of course. Then
Even
when
the
you have
piano.
a wife, then you are going to get an experience of marriage life.
That's a different kind of
Yeah, that's
experience.
exactly.
I've got to get out of here. Picking randomly from the map, I've decided to go someplace called Madagascar. I don't know why. I like the hyphen, I think.
You are going to Madagascar. You look at those Hanua, that's so. It's a snake drive.
Yeah.
You miss one corner, then you're gone. You miss one corner there, you're a goner.
Tell me why we can't go.
Why we can go to?
Yeah, tell me what is wrong.
Yeah, you know the driver is driving without the license. There's no fitness, there's nothing.
Does he have registration?
Registration.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
But he must be with his license.
He doesn't have a license.
We cannot assure you. We are not sure if he doesn't finish with it.
And so what will happen to him?
Arrest.
You're arresting the driver. And he's staying here.
Yes. Maybe we can decide to take him to court tomorrow.
You'll take him where?
To court tomorrow.
To court?
Yes.
And what will happen to the van?
As well as this.
You'll take the van as well. And what will happen to me?
As a passenger.
Yes.
No.
So I will not go to Madagascar.
Possible.
All right. Well. So we can continue. No driver's license.
Last Friday.
What?
So is it take
It expired?
No. Stolen.
Student. Stolen. Sure it was.
Periodically, the van stopped in what seemed like the middle of nowhere. No village, not even a hut in sight, and whole families disembarked.
Up here to see his cattle.
Just
over 10 days.
It went off the road.
Yes, he turned off the road over down the valley.
Was he by himself?
No, he was with his family. There were only two.
Maybe there was murder.
Everybody is still sober. Nothing official has been said.
And the king keeps cattle.
Yes, he does. Yes, a lot of them.
He had cattle up here.
Yes.
And sometimes he visited.
When you get to Mansian,
A woman on the van told me that the former queen died in Monsignana, where we were headed, and I said, I'm not going to Monsignana, I'm going to Tabaseca. At which point the van dropped us off in Monsignana. The Catholic hospital has rented me a sort of duplex hut, and I'm not sure how or when I'll get to Tabaseca, which is really frustrating, although I don't know why exactly, in as much as I didn't know why I was going there. I don't know what I'm doing.
Why do you do that? You repair saddles.
Yeah. New.
Saddlebags, yes?
Yeah, saddlebags.
And you also repair shoes.
Three repair shoes.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
You all repair shoes?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Are these, you take parts from these shoes? Yes? So when people bring their shoe, does anyone speak English?
Having run into something of a language barrier, I decided to look for the people in the village who I knew would speak English well.
What is this?
This is where dead people are buried.
This is a grave?
Yes.
In Lesotho, people are buried sitting up?
No.
No?
Yes.
They're buried laying down?
Yes, laying down like this.
No.
Here, they have buried them.
I have read that people are buried sitting up.
Last times,
Yes.
they were burying them sitting up.
Yes.
But now, we bury them laying down.
Why?
I don't know why.
Is that because the Catholics bury them laying down? But traditionally, Sesotho buries sitting up.
Yes.
Yes. Why did they bury them sitting up?
It was last time there were no caskets.
Caskets?
Yes, they were not there. So they just wrap him or her with the skin of the cow. They bury him in her singing. up.
I read that it was that they were buried sitting up, so that they could very quickly rise when they were called.
Maybe you're correct. I'm not sure.
Okay. Interesting. Sheep.
Yes. No, these are not called the sheep, but they are the goats.
What are they called?
Yeah, they are the goats.
Goats.
Yes.
Goats are,
Okay.
Nah. No, sheep do that too, don't they? Goats have a beard. Yes? And what are your names again?
Ntabise.
Ntabise. Ntabise.
Ntabise took me to her family's compound, consisting of a traditional Basotho house that she shared with her grandmother, and a newer rectangular building where her 3 brothers lived.
Is this your kraal?
Yes, that is it.
Yes? And your cattle?
Yes, I look after them.
Where are they now?
What is this?
Yes.
That is it.
Yes, that's a cat.
Domestic cat.
Domestic? Oh, a domestic cat, yes.
I asked Nkomo where the other brothers were, and he said they were at a cattle post in the hills. Then I asked where their parents were, and he said that both had died of AIDS.
And they're grazing? And then you will go get them and bring them to the kraal?
A guard at the hospital had mentioned that the incidence of HIV among the patients was in the neighborhood of 80%, but I'd assumed that I'd misunderstood him. So now I thought, maybe I should go back to the hospital. I mean, we hear about HIV in Africa, but it's pretty abstract. I think everyone has a picture of what Africa is like. But it's another thing to see how it really is. So I spoke to the administrator, and I asked her if I could interview somebody, a nurse or a doctor, and she said I would need written permission from the Christian Health Association in Maseru that administered the mission hospitals. Is that totally necessary? I said, because I actually just arrived on a crowded van with an unlicensed driver on the road where King Moshoeshoe died. So, do you think it would be possible to forego the written permission rather than have me go all the way back to Maseru? I spent the entire day at the Christian Health Association, waiting for the director to return from a dentist appointment. Anthropological note. Many people who are otherwise willing to speak at length regarding their suspicions about the death of Moshoeshoe II immediately go quiet when the camera is on.
What do you think happened? Why is everyone so reluctant to say what happened to Moshoeshoe II?
No.
What they really think?
I know nothing about that.
Are they afraid of Letsie III?
Maybe.
Do you think Letsie III had something to do with the death of Moshoeshoe II?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Please, man, please, no, we can talk about this.
Did Moshoeshoe?
No, please, man, please.
Are you
No, here is
serious?
the hotel, man. Here is the hotel. I'm taking you here to the hotel.
This is a hotel?
Yeah, this is the hotel. You know, here in Lesotho there are several others. I mean, especially the ones from the
10 rand. I'll give you 10 rand if you tell me about Moshoeshoe.
Okay, let's just come in. Please, man.
Now look, I was at the monument, and they told me that Moshoeshoe drove off the hill. Moshoeshoe was looking at his cattle. I said, was it possibly foul play? And they said, no, his driver drove off the road. What do you think?
I'll come tomorrow. I'll come, man. Come on, Matt. I'll be here tomorrow, man. Sure. No, look, I have left you here, and I want to come and see how you are doing tomorrow. Please, man.
Alright.
I'll be here tomorrow.
Alright, Pielo, I gave you 10 rand. You'll come back?
No, yeah, surely. I'm telling you. Can you come to the lady here?
Yes. What time will you come back?
I can't believe Pielo didn't come back. Just like the director in her dentist appointment. Anthropological note, maybe Basutu don't come back. I'm gonna have to spend the long weekend in Maseru, waiting for the church office to reopen Monday.
The driver must have glare of the sun in the morning.
Yes.
Driving up there because it's facing easterly.
Yes.
Therefore, you missed that turn around there.
I heard from a taxi driver.
What did he say?
He said Mshweshwe was already dead when he went off.
Is that so?
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, he was found in the car dead.
Yes.
So, this taxi driver you're talking about?
I don't think so.
Today I skipped a perfectly flat rock that I brought from California. It was awesome. Matt, I went to Critical Mass tonight because I thought it would be fun. I saw Erica and Brooke. Erica is moving out of that great apartment. I didn't realize it would be such a slow ride. It was so slow that you'd talk to people riding near you. It was fun until the end when a man asked me out. I'm going, Amy. I feel sick. I think I caught something on one of the minivans. Or maybe from brushing my teeth with tap water. I carry bottled water to rinse my brush, but rinsing it under the tap is too deeply ingrained, and I do it every time. After waiting the whole miserable weekend, the Christian Health Association refused me permission to talk to anyone at the hospital. And I was so annoyed as I left that I resolved to tear that damn post-it note off the groin of the poster. It's not a post-it. Why? And so I'm going back to Tabaseka. And by that I mean getting on the Tabaseka van that actually goes to Monsignana. But that's okay. I have friends there.
Thank you.
To stay in the village, I needed permission from the chieftainess, but she said yes, because I had a friend to vouch for me.
Do you still remember my name? Do you still remember it?
Yes? Nta Banna.
No.
No?
You forget it. You forget it.
Nta
B
Se Nta Bise.
What about
In short.
Do you still remember my name?
If I can tell you my English name, will do it.
No, I want to learn your Sutu name.
My name is David.
Often when I ask people their names, they say David or Francina or Lawrence, because these are names they've been assigned in mission schools. At the Mandela Museum, I heard the story of his first day at school when his name was changed from Holehahla to Nelson because it would be easier for his white teacher to remember. So I'm trying to learn people's real names. And I'm failing. But I will need to write them down and practice them. I boasted that I wouldn't need extra blankets because my sleeping bag was so awesome. I needed them. Lesotho is freaking cold. We slept on sheepskin, but I was really feeling the cement floor.
Kauda.
Oh, yes?
Yes. Smearing by Kauda.
So, you built the walls out of rock?
Yes. Then we smear by Kauda.
And soil.
And soil with hand.
Oh, you smear it by hand? Because it's so smooth.
Yes, like this.
Like that.
You see,
Like this.
there is something like patterns here. You see.
Yes. Ah, yes.
You see.
But it's very smooth. And then you do the walls as well. But it cracks. Does it?
Yes, it cracks.
Will you have to smear it again?
After 1 year.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Ah. And it smells when you first do it?
No.
It smells good.
It
Yes. If you enter in the house,
You told
will hear it smells good.
Yes, now it does. But you said that at first.
Before, I don't say does it smell good or bad.
Yes.
Actually, it smells bad because you may hear the cow that's smelly. So I hear the cow that smells bad.
But not at all.
Oh.
You want the tea?
I'm going to make tea for you.
Okay. Thank you.
Put them down.
No?
And you eat it fast.
Sweet too.
I want to see America.
You want to see America?
My atlas doesn't have America.
It doesn't? Ah, yes, it's like a Lesotho atlas.
Yes.
Yes, here's where I'm going. I'm going from Lesotho up here and across to Madagascar.
You see the suit? You see how small it is?
Do you think it's small?
Yeah, it's small.
Yes. It's not as small as... Look at Togo. Togo's pretty small.
We bury the peoples there. We bury them. It's Modikodiko. Modikodiko. We bury the peoples when they died.
Yes.
Yeah, bury them there.
Your mother and father?
Yeah, they are there.
Yes.
Yeah, we buried them there. AIDS was affected many people. Then they wrote that level. AIDS.
That's all it says is AIDS?
AIDS is too much here.
It only says AIDS?
Yes.
That is the whole entire message?
AIDS affected many people here.
Yes.
So they wrote that level called AIDS.
And the message says?
The message said AIDS.
AIDS.
AIDS affected many people in Mansonyana.
Ah, that's what the message says. AIDS affected many people in Mansonyana.
They wrote Mwana wa Mwanana.
What does that mean?
It means AIDS. I want to show you my mother.
Ah, yes.
Yes. My mother.
This right
I
here?
was, yeah, it's my mother.
And this is you?
It's me. When I was small.
This is her?
Yeah.
She's very pretty.
Pretty? Yeah. My mother and my father.
Oh, really?
No, I can't cook. She will cook for me.
Will you wash?
No, I will wait.
Will you look after your children?
No, she looks after them.
You want your wife to look after you?
She will wash my clothes.
You should
Yes, she will cook for me.
You have a right to say no.
No, she's my wife.
Yes, but she has the right to say no. I can't.
I will say that if you can't, go to your family.
I'm not your wife.
You are
because she will see that I'm not your wife. I have the right to say yes or no.
I go to the chief and tell her
go
that my wife refuses when I say you must do the way.
The chief will ask you the question.
What kind of question?
You say, don't you have your hands?
I have the.
So
I go to get a job.
And she
I will
too.
ask her,
And she
am I
too.
supposed to look after the children?
And she too.
Yes, I will sit down.
You will sit down?
Yeah. I will say, go and get the job.
You will cook for her?
Yes, I stay at home.
Look after the children?
Yes. Yes, it will be.
Cooking?
Yeah.
Washing?
Yes.
Cleaning in the house?
Yes.
Will you satisfied to do that? Or will you?
I will marry another wife.
You will marry another wife?
Yes, there will be two.
Do you know that is a sin? To marry another wife?
2 wives.
Yeah.
It's okay to marry.
It's not good.
It is good to marry 2 wives.
It's not good.
Yes, in Lesotho?
Yes, we marry 2 wives.
Yeah.
Or 12 wives.
Are there people in the village who have 2 wives?
Yes.
Yes.
We have 2 wives.
Oh.
3 wives.
Interesting.
But it's not good.
I like it.
But it's
Yes. I like it. Oh,
you like to marry 3
Sure.
Yes.
I like that idea.
It's a sin.
I'm not a Christian.
I
am Basotho.
Yes. Me, I like that. I like that.
I will marry 1.
Agnes! Papa, sorry.
Do you know this woman? This woman. Her Majesty, the Queen Madam Mamuharo Berenseiso.
This is the mother of Letsie the Third.
Yes. This one, His Majesty King Letsie the Third.
This is the man who killed Mshweshwe the Second?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You're not into the conspiracy theory.
Her
Go ahead.
wife.
His wife.
Yes.
The Queen.
The Queen, Her Majesty Queen Masnat Mohado Seiso.
She's very pretty.
Pretty.
Yes.
More than her husband.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
But that's the good thing about being king, is that you get a more attractive wife.
Yes. And if you are not a king, you can. Yeah, in Lesotho. I can have more wives.
No,
Yes. I can.
no, a more attractive wife, not more wives. Despite my personal predilections, I think I need to say something to Nkomo about the incompatibility of polygamy and a high incidence of HIV. I really don't want anything to happen to my new friends. They are incredibly decent. I've learned that Lebahung also lives with his grandmother, although I haven't yet asked him what happened to his parents.
And also yes, I'm going to pronounce it. And also is Uziza.
They will marry.
No, they can't. She. I'm saying this.
Not for long. In a few years. Yes.
He can't marry.
Nkomo in particular is a natural diplomat. He seems to know everyone in the village and is always facilitating for me. I don't know how one becomes chief, but assuming it isn't hereditary, he seems like a natural. It is, of course, probably hereditary. I wonder what will happen to him.
I'm going to build a house down there with that box.
Where that rectangle is?
Yes, foundation.
This will be your house?
It will be my house.
What's wrong with this house?
No, I want another house.
What are the advantages of a new house? Will it be warmer?
It will be my house.
You will stay in Monsignana?
Yes, but if I get a job, I will go and live it with my family.
Oh, you will take your family?
Yes.
What kind of job can you get in Monsignana?
No job. Yeah, no job. There is no job. You know the man called Rambo.
What?
Rambo.
Rambo.
Do I know the man called Rambo?
Yes.
I know him.
You
Not personally.
Does it true? His movies. Does it true?
Is it true?
It is true.
No, it
It
is
is
not.
no.
It is not true.
But they said it is true.
Who said it is true?
The Basotho peoples. like when you are taking the photos. You see you are taking the films.
Yes.
Now.
This is
They took them like that.
No.
When they are fighting.
No.
It is not true.
It is not. It is. No. This is true.
It's true.
Yeah, but now it's true.
Yes.
It's not true. First Blood, Rambo, Schwarzenegger, not true.
All of it.
All of it.
If someone punches someone with a vis,
Yes.
you see the blood here.
Yes.
Do they bleed?
No, it's all fake.
Is it fake?
Yes.
How do they use it?
Okay, swing at me. Move your hand slowly.
Okay.
Right? Oh.
Oh,
Yes. And at the same time, maybe I put blood in my mouth and I go. Yes.
Okay. And they cheat.
They're cheating you.
Yeah.
On an impulse, I went back to the hospital on my last day in Monsignana and asked a nurse if she'd speak to me. She said, of course.
I mean, but it's good, in fact, that people are coming. But unfortunately, they're brought so late. Some people are brought and died within a couple of days.
We had a really interesting conversation, but it occurred to me as we spoke that this was how we always hear about Africa, from non-Africans. And what influence must that have over how we see it? And surely I thought it might be interesting to hear from someone else.
He's dangerous. He's dangerous.
Because we only pay attention to the rest of the world when crises occur, we're left with a false impression that it's really dangerous. Everywhere I go, I find the opposite is true. That the world in this age, for travelers, is shockingly safe. Maybe Marco Polo and Lewis and Clark and that bunch were encircled by danger, but among the greatest perils remaining is that the ATM may not recognize our cards. Now, to be fair, there are some people for whom the world isn't safe. It isn't safe to actually be an African without sufficient health care, opportunity, etc. It isn't safe for people for whom travel is a euphemism for clubbing. It isn't safe for travelers who flout their wealth in the midst of crippling poverty. It isn't safe for big wave surfers. It isn't safe for yachtsmen who distribute Bibles in Islamic countries. It isn't safe for sexual tourists or drug traffickers or military tourists. But we're drawing the wrong conclusion. It isn't that the world is dangerous, it's that being stupid is dangerous everywhere. If you're just a curious, often naive, but not dangerously stupid person, the world is incredibly welcoming and generous, meeting your curiosity with an equal but opposite curiosity. And I almost missed it. I almost allowed the purveyors of fear, whom I'll hereafter collectively refer to as Leonardo DiCaprio, to fatten me with their anxiety and cultural isolationism. And I was becoming the sort of person who saw menace in shadowy figures and conspiracy in road accidents, and who completely misread benign emails from the same overly dramatic, self-abusive, alarmist impulse. And so it begs the question, whose is the gullible culture, believing all the shit they sell you on television and in movies?
What about the wrist WWE wrist? It's true. Okay. How?
But it was